Now on Toledo News this morning, Holiday Parade. The holiday season is here, and what better way to kick it off than with a parade? A preview of this morning's Blade Holiday Parade, straight ahead. Plus, mask mandate. What Ottawa Hills Local School Superintendent Adam Fineske is now saying with regard to masks and vaccinations. And Craft Show, a preview of an event the Toledo Humane Society is hosting today. Good Saturday morning, my name is Jaden Jefferson and welcome to Toledo News this morning. We start with a preview of this morning's Blade Holiday Parade. This year's parade will step off at the corner of Summit and Jefferson in downtown Toledo and feature marching bands, balloon appearances from Oscar the Grouch, Elmo, Baby Smurf, and more. As for this year's Grand Marshal, it will be none other than Olympic bronze medalist O'Shea Jones. Event organizers say be sure to dress warm as it'll be a chilly day in the Glass City. I'll have coverage of the parade, which starts at 10 a.m., and a recap later today. The ramp from the southbound-outbound Anthony Wayne Trail to southbound I-75 is closed for ramp reconfiguration through summer 2022. The closure will only be in place overnight. Detour by taking Washington Street to Dorr Street to Collingwood Boulevard to southbound I-75. Ottawa Hills Local School Superintendent Adam Fineske says the district is not yet lifting its mask mandate for students in its elementary school, but masks are now optional for those in the high school.
I think for the older kids who are 12 and up who have had the opportunity to get vaccinated, I feel more confident with allowing the students to take them off at that age. I'm still a little nervous at the K-6 level, and that's why in our district we decided to keep them on indoors only. At the elementary, today was the first day you could do it, and we had almost 200 kids sign up already for day one. So it's a good sign that, this is what they want to see, and they're trusting and believing that this is the right thing to do.
Fineske says that parents have reacted well with regard to vaccinations, saying that about 80% of students are vaccinated in the junior-senior high, grades 7 through 12. The superintendent says that's a really strong rate. The City of Toledo is promoting transparency in a new way. The city has established a new online open data portal, which allows residents and non-residents to find information pertaining to the city, such as council district boundaries, population, transportation, and more. Additionally, residents, partner organizations, educational institutions, and researchers can utilize the data for their individual needs, which can include grant applications, business development, and even neighborhood service. According to a city spokesperson, the site was of no additional cost to taxpayers, as it was built using in-house technology, which of course was already available. Now, to view this site for yourself, visit data.toledo.gov. Over 40 vendors will be gathered at the Maumee Methodist Church for a fun-filled day of shopping, drawings, and quality time with adoptable animals as the Toledo Humane Society hosts a craft show. The Humane Society encourages you to donate canned food, treats, bones, leashes, toys, and litter for the animals they're currently caring for. Food and snacks will also be available for sale. The event will be held today from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Also happening today, the WALT Churchill's Half Marathon. According to the WALT Churchill's Market website, this race is the second oldest in the state of Ohio. The race begins at 8:30 a.m. at Perrysburg High School, ending at the shops at Fallen Timbers in Maumee. The course takes runners through Perrysburg, Waterville, and Maumee. The Ohio Emergency Management Agency has declared November 14th through the 20th as Winter Safety Awareness Week. The awareness effort encourages Ohioans to take action now to help minimize the potential risks associated with winter weather. According to the NOAA annual U.S. Winter Outlook precipitation map, states in the Midwest, including Ohio, are leaning toward above normal or wetter than average precipitation this winter. For a list of tips and advice to prepare for this winter weather season, visit this story at jdreports.medium.com. As the Toledo Lucas County Public Library deals with a massive cyber attack that left computers down and a reduction in services for visitors, we're now learning more about the attack. Joining me now is Kelsey Rader of the Toledo Lucas County Public Library for more. Can you first provide me with a progress update on the cyber attack?
Yeah, so right now we are slowly bringing back our systems online. And so right now our first steps are restoring the internal systems. And once that's complete, we will begin restoring our public computers and our website.
And when can we expect those computers and all those other vital resources to be back up and running?
Right now we don't have a full timeline. We're just kind of trying to make sure that we can get everything back on. So right now I don't really have a time frame of when that'll be.
Is it known who or what is behind the cyber attack?
Right now it's not. We have, it's an open investigation, so we don't have any of that information.
And how can people stay connected with updates from the library? Of course, the website's down, so that's an obvious no-go, but are there any other ways people can stay in the loop?
Yeah, all of our locations are open, so you can go ahead and stop in any location. You can still check out some materials. You can give any of those locations a call. But that's the biggest thing, just stopping in, give us a call, and following us on social media. We'll continue to update that as well.
How would you say this attack has impacted the community? I know a lot of the libraries now, a lot of people can't use the computers, so things they would normally be doing, they can't do now. So have you been noticing that impact?
Yeah, we know we're a community hub and people come to the library for so many different things. And that's why we're trying really hard just to get everything figured out and make sure that we can get everything back up and running.
Kelsey Rader of the Toledo Lucas County Public Library, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Toledo Mayor Wade Capsicavage returns from Ferrara, Italy today after days of meetings with officials from that city to finalize a sister cities agreement. The other objective of the mayor's trip was to bring another major sporting event to the Glass City in the summer of 2022. The delegation was hosted by Italian businessman Raffaello Pellegrini, who covered the group's costs while it was in Italy. Netflix has announced the December 10th release of Back to the Outback, a film that follows the story of a group of Australian zoo animals that plot a daring escape from their zoo to the Australian outback. I had a chance to speak with the directors, Claire Knight and Harry Cripps, for more. Can you first tell me, what was it like directing a film such as this one, and how can people benefit from watching it?
Well, this is a film, I think it has a great message about it. It's not about not judging a book by its cover, learning that, that you can all work together and come together. And also home is where the heart is, that our group are searching for their home, but perhaps the people they travel with are their home. So there's lots of messages within this movie, and it's all wrapped up with a comedy, in a comedy. So there's lots of laughs too. So we hope that in making this movie, we are globally coming out of the gloom of what's been going on lately in the world, and part of that reawakening.
And also, I think just not introducing, but just taking an audiences into Australia, showing them all the incredibly diverse, wonderful animals of Australia, which they may be familiar with, but never seen before like this, and to sort of meet lots of other ones. So it was a great love letter to the Australian, to wildlife, and to the country as a whole, all these terrific places in Australia that people will get to see.
Emerging from the COVID-19 pandemic, why do you think families need a movie like this right now in their lives? Of course, it's been a rough time for everybody. So what does a comedy do for people?
Well, I think, physically, and you have all these endorphins that go off when you laugh, which is a great thing. And I think that helps everyone. And it's just, it's been a tough time for everyone. Very like our characters, we've all been in these little boxes at home, watching everyone on little boxes. So we need to break out, and we need to kind of come together more. And I think this comedy and watching it will have people feeling better about what's going on, I think.
What goes into producing a film during a pandemic? It's not the same as producing a film when you're not in a pandemic. So I'm sure that definitely complicated things. So in what ways did it do so?
I think we all had to become suddenly experts at computers and electronic things. Our actors, who normally are brought into studios to record, and then they're sent home in cars and all that, were suddenly having to record out of their bedrooms, their closets. They were sent recording kits. They had to work out, as did we, how to use them. We all became sound engineers overnight. Well, not overnight, but as fast as we could. But in a way, it was also an incredibly personal experience, because we all, as Claire said, it brought us all together. And it was very intimate, really, having to talk to people when they're recording from their own houses with kids in the background and all that stuff. So it was at once very challenging, but at the same time.
Back to the Outback directors, Claire Knight and Harry Cripps, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you,
Jaden. Lovely speaking with you.
Again, the film comes out December 10th on Netflix, and to learn more, visit netflix.com/backtotheoutback. Metro Parks Toledo is hosting Nature at Night, an event that coincides with the National Take a Hike Day, a day that encourages Americans to get outside and enjoy nature. The event will be held Wednesday, November 17th from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. at Cannonball Prairie Metro Park. The Metro Parks say this event will allow participants to explore the natural and cultural history of the Metro Parks. Attendees will get to explore the Cannonball Prairie's forest, prairie, and pond in the Big Blue Stem Trail. This program will run regardless of the forecast, which is why the Metro Parks say dress for the weather and wear appropriate footwear. To learn more, visit Metro Parks Toledo's Facebook page. That's all for the news this morning. Have a great day.